Now, two things to keep in mind in regards to the heat and the sun and summer and all that kind of stuff. I always like to remind people that wilty plant material doesn't necessarily mean that that plant needs water. All right, in the heat of the day, when it's, 90, 92 degrees, whatever, and the sun is strong and intense at this time of year, and it's shining directly on a plant, it is not uncommon at all for that plant to wilt. It doesn't necessarily mean that it needs water. It just means that the plant is hot. That is a way that that plant will cool itself down by causing its leaves to wilt a bit. This is true of hydrangea. It's true of black-eyed Susans. It's true of all sorts of plant material. The reason that I point that out is a lot of times we see that wilty plant and we run to grab the hose and we start watering it right away. And that plant may be very well hydrated, but it may just be responding to the heat of the day. So what I always like to remind people is let that plant wilt. If it's still wilted when the sun goes down or when things cool off or the next morning, then give it a thorough soaking. That means it's actually dry. If the leaves are just wilty during the heat of the day and then they perk back up come evening time, it just means that that plant was responding to the heat. Just like you or I are going to sweat if we're hot, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're dehydrated. It just means that we're very hot. And when whatever we're doing that's causing that heat or overheatedness, whether it's running, just being out in the sun, whatever, whenever we remove ourselves from that situation, then we are going to stop sweating. Now, we may be dehydrated, but we may not. So that's why I like to let that plant revive or kind of recover itself and then see if it really needs water. The reason that we do that is we want to prevent root rot issues. Plants always need to dry out in between waterings. Aside from like a handful of swamp plants, bog plants, things like that, plants do need a drying off period in between. So even with some of these shade trees that are behind me here, when we're planting at this time of year, we want to give them a thorough soaking and then allow them to dry out for about a week. So that's what our watering recommendations are for trees like this. But the same is true of perennial plants and small shrubs and hostas and all the different things that you may have in the ground. Even your annuals. If you're watering your annuals every day and that soil is never drying out, then you're going to have root rot issues on your hand. When your plants are allowed to dry out, it causes the root system to expand. It puts oxygen back in the soil. It prevents anaerobic bacteria from building up. So it does all sorts of really good things, but you just kind of have to watch the plant. Stick your finger in the soil, use a piece of bamboo or something to poke into the ground to see how hard or soft it is in terms of is it time to water or not. And then, as I mentioned, let the plant sort of be your guide. If the plant is looking nice and strong and the leaves are upright and the stems look sort of stiff and things like that, then that plant is probably okay. If everything seems wilty, if the leaf appears sort of wrinkled and things like that, then maybe it's time to give that plant some water. So that's just a little bit about heat and water and all that kind of stuff.